when the former president decided that he did not want Biden to have a win on immigration, he told his party to pull out of that agreement. So blaming things on the current immigration policy is absolutely political, and it really breaks my heart that people would politicize the sadness that tragedy.
Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo first urging people not to politicize the murder of Jocelyn Nungaray, and then literally seconds later ignoring her own request and pointing the finger of blame at Republicans in Congress and former President Trump.
To me, it hurts even more that they're being used as pawns in this fight over immigration that doesn't even exist because Biden and McConnell agree. It's just that Trump won't let them move it forward.
All due respect, Judge, you said this issue shouldn't be politicized, but by pointing the finger at former President Trump and Republicans in Congress, aren't you politicizing it?
I think I answered the question. So, yeah, I mean, this is about Jocelyn. This is about her family, and if we want to,
Judge,
as I said, talk about immigration,
you didn't answer the question. Are you politicizing this by pointing the finger at Republicans and saying it's their fault, not the fault of the Biden administration that lifted the Remain in Mexico policies?
Again, the Biden administration reached an agreement with Leader McConnell to address this, but this is not about immigration. I'm not going to feed into that.
Panel, it was a tough week for Judge Hidalgo, who was also fined by the Texas Ethics Commission for electioneering on county property and with the taxpayers' facilities. You know, I said I used Doug Miller 101 in that line of questioning because he used to do that. I mean, it was just amazing to me.
Yeah, and I love that moment because so often when you ask a politician a question, they say, I answer. No, because you say something after I ask you a question doesn't mean you have answered the question, okay? But, you know, I have to say, you know, she had a point. I mean, there's a legitimate point to begin with. You know, she started out saying, let's not politicize this. You know, she's trying to say, don't demonize immigrants, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But the moment she started getting into Trump and McConnell and brings in the bipartisan immigration bill, that's politicizing it. And I'll say this also, you know, when she was elected to this position in a partisan sweep because she had a D next to her name, she was a rookie. And that was 5 years ago. She needs to stop making rookie mistakes.
All right, Gary.
First of all, I want to congratulate Lina for getting married. I think that's wonderful. I'm real happy for her. How it became a political issue or a public issue, I have no idea. But she should be able to be happy in her life and marry. So I'm glad about that. But I agree with Doug. In the 5 years she's been in office, there's been no growth. This is the same yo-yo that doesn't understand what's going on. She lies about she lies about the immigration bill. McConnell never endorsed the bill. The bill was, they had a Republican who helped write it, but the vast majority opposed it because it wasn't going to do anything. So she politicized it. And by the way, Greg, in the spirit of Doug Miller, I think you were a brilliant questioner, and you pinned her down on that. And the priceless thing with that interview was her expression, which was basically, oh, uh-oh, he got me.
Hey, look, I could have said that was Chris Tritico 101 too, because if he was in the courtroom and you catch somebody contradicting themselves, right?
It was an excellent question, and your follow-up was great because you nailed her down, and the look on her face was classic, and because you didn't let her out of it, and it was good. And you're right, and Doug, you're right. She hasn't had any growth in office. And it's a shame that she hasn't grown into the job, which you expect to happen. By your second term, you expect to have grown into the job, and she just doesn't seem to be doing that.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Up next, more on President Joe Biden's very bad day. Will this week's debate debacle do irreparable damage to his bid for re-election?